take a look at the next Gambler 500 vehicle. Yeehaw!
This is pretty much the worst video ever made.
Napoleon, like anyone can even know that.
Hello my friends, and welcome to Tom's Tinkering Adventures. Well, I got a cheap vehicle here for the next Gambler 500. You know, I sold my Lexus rally car. I kind of regretted it the second it went down the driveway, but I did pick up this Astro van here, all-wheel drive. And you know, I was considering I was going to take that on the Gambler event. It would work pretty well. All-wheel drive, able to sleep inside of it, but I love that van and I really don't want to tear it up. So if I take it to a Gambler event, I'm just going to be crawling around. But I got a friend of mine who has seen all my Gambler exploits and he wanted to get in. So he said if we find something cheap, he will go half with me. So here it is. Let me turn the camera around and I'll show you what we got here. This is a 97 Ford Explorer XLT, I believe, two-wheel drive. Bought it here in San Diego for $1,100. Now, there's people who will say, oh, you know, I can buy one of these where I'm at for $100 or whatever, but in this day and age, in the place where I live, get a running, driving vehicle with a title that passes smog emissions test. At this price, it's almost unheard of. So I was just working in the garage. I sat down for a minute, scrolling on my phone. I saw it advertised. We were the first people to take a peek at it, and then we snagged it up. It has 192,000 miles on it. During the test drive, it was bouncing all over the road. And it had some issues. This door handle's falling off. The hood struts were shot. I replaced those, $15. The rear glass separates from this hatch. That wasn't holding up. Replaced those, $15. Yeah, door handles, everything's $15 on this thing. I just replaced the front sway bar end links. Guess how much they cost. There's the new ones. My buddy who went in halfsies with me found some shocks on OfferUp or something for the back. They were $35. Someone put them on and then put a lift kit on their truck like less than 1,000 miles after, but they were Duralast, lifetime warranty shocks. I looked them up, they were $72 each, so for $35, not bad. I ordered some front shocks. Here's how much we've got on these front ones. They have actually a little bit of resistance when they come out, but that one does. Let's see what we got here. They got nothing going in. So our ride should be much better. There was no spare underneath. During a test drive around the neighborhood, I found a rim. It's the right bolt pattern, but it doesn't fit. The center's not big enough, so we're still on the hunt for a spare tire. Let's take a peek at the inside. The guy who owned it was a heavy smoker, and it smelled terrible in here, and there was ashes and just stuff everywhere. So I just did a quick blowout with the air nozzle, vacuum, wiped everything down. Interior's not in bad shape, all things considered. Center console's a little beat up. I didn't even want to touch that tape there. But we do have a cassette deck. Top Gun soundtrack, so you know we're in the danger zone. And a 6 CD changer. Ooh. I like how the back folds down nice and flat. A buddy of mine gave me this roof rack a couple months ago. So my buddy helped me mount that. We took off the stock Ford crossbars and we just mounted it straight to the roof rails there. The driver's window only went down partially and then it would get, is that good? It would get crooked in here and then you had to help lift it up. So that bothered me so much that I didn't even wait for this door handle to come in, and I took this panel off and straightened that out. Driver's seat is the worst of the like interior seating areas. It's pretty sacked out right here and a couple rips, but I mean, all things considered, not terrible. You can buy replacement buttons for these. I'll let you guess how much they cost. Yeah, $15. Everything is $15. The back seats are in pretty nice shape. If I can get them up. There we go. Yeah, the back seats are in pretty nice shape. Carpet's not terrible. Door panels aren't terrible. The body is in amazing shape. And underneath, it's nice and clean. So those people who talk about getting one of these for $100 or $200-300, whatever, maybe you live in the Rust Belt. But there's no rust on this thing, and it's pretty straight. The hood and the roof are the worst, but I mean, all things considered, it's not bad. She sure drove like a water buffalo on the highway before the shock and sway bar in-link swap out, wallowing all over, but these shocks should show up soon. I'll get them installed. Engine runs okay. Big thanks to my friends again at Super Clean. This one's not sponsored by them, but I used about half of a spray bottle underneath this thing. Lots of oil leaks. No big surprise. Cheap rig for a cheap price. We're looking to find some used all-terrain tires. Change those out. Surprisingly, it has 3 out of 4 tires match. Usually when you buy a cheap car like this, you got 4 mismatches, but 3 out of 4 match. So I need to find a rim, or don't tell anybody this, but I might grind that out. That's the gambler way. Yeah, you shouldn't do that. I'm gonna keep my eye open. I find a lot of stuff. So let's see, the jack is in there, but not the rod to drop down the spare underneath there. So who knows? But I would really like a spare tire. But all things considered, a running, driving vehicle for this price, not too bad. And by the time we get the shocks, all the little bits and pieces in here, you know, I found a few cheap sets of used tires for about $100. So it'll be in it maybe $1,400. All things considered, I think we're going to be doing okay. It was just nice. I had some stuff laying around like that roof rack. And like I said, if I get lucky and find a spare tire, we'll be all right. You know, it's good when it comes with a Fram PH8A. Yeah. But I think this thing should be fun. It's nice enough that I don't feel bad having it parked here, but it's old and junky enough that I won't feel bad beating on it a little bit. Whereas the van, I'll take it off-road, but it's never gonna be put the foot to the floor. We got about 5 or 6 weeks before the Gambler event, and once I get these shocks installed and then the tires, I think it's ready. I mean, that's part of the Gambler way. I mean, just actually installing new parts is not the Gambler way, but it was just not gonna be rideable. The back and front shocks were shot, and all the cheap parts. I mean, did I need hood lift struts? No, but I don't know, I have that stick to use for something else. I don't know. All right, if you're enjoying my content, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider doing so. Thank you very much for watching. Get out there and find your Gambler adventure. Adios.